Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Good Music Podcast. My name's Eli,
And I'm Miles.
and I'm hosting this episode today. I'm putting Miles onto the record Super What by CZARFACE and MF Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, this is, I think, one of the only projects featuring the late legendary underground rapper MF Doom that Miles has not listened to.
Yeah, I've only listened to his collab projects with like producers.
Yeah, so I think this project's phenomenal. I love the production. It's just, I don't know. It's just like a classic. For me, it's just like you can't go wrong when you bring together Sarface and MF Doom. You know what I mean? You got Inspect the Deck, 7L, Esoteric, The Monster, and then you got Doom. And I mean, like, it's like almost like a 90s underground supergroup right there.
I love that. Yeah.
So, and East Coast supergroup, I should say specifically. Anyways, I love this record. It's short, sweet. It gets to the point. It's effective. And yeah, it's super catchy. There's some tracks on here that I love. The instrumentals are great too. There's a couple skit tracks, but yeah, it was released May 7th, 2021. It was originally supposed to be released a year earlier to that, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it got pushed back and was sadly released after we found out about Doom's passing. Rest in peace, one of the legends.
Yep.
So I had to wear the shirt today to represent, show some love. Yeah, Miles, do you want to talk at all about how you, what you know about Doom?
I mean, I love Doom. I've loved him for years. When we first, so I don't think our listeners know this, but when we first recorded the podcast, like the Few Good Things episode,
Mm-hmm.
You brought a ton of records over just in case we were gonna like review them and like have them there. And Super What was one of those albums.
That's true.
And we didn't end up listening to it that night because we spent so much time editing because we were using like some shitty.
Yeah, we're using a
editing
shitty
software.
digital audio
Yeah,
workshop.
It was bad.
It was really rough.
And it took forever to edit, so we just didn't have time to record anything else, and we ended up not doing Super What for a while.
Yeah.
And I never listened to it, mostly because I didn't really care, and also just because like I knew we'd probably end up listening to it anyway at some point. Because like for me, I'm always much more interested like in collab albums between just like a rapper and producer, because I listen to that album for the one rapper, because like honestly, I definitely prefer MF Doom over Inspected Deck. I'm sorry. Like, he's a good rapper. He's a really good rapper.
That's fair. That's fair.
I just didn't see it as a priority because it's like, it's not Doom working with a producer or whatever.
What I'd say is that you definitely, so like, I guess kind of to explain me and Miles as like different people is that Miles likes Victor Vaughn and I like King Ghidorah. If you know, you know. So Miles is more into the Doom rapping side and I'm more into the Doom production side.
There we go. Yeah.
And so I think you might not like this record as much as me just because Doom does not really rap that much on this record, honestly. It's more of a Czarface record more than anything. The Doom verses are very limited. But where I think it shines through the most is in like the skits and the production. And I'm not really sure how much of a hand he had playing in the production of this, but I think the fact that he worked on it definitely influenced the beats that were picked and all that, you know? So, I don't know. It definitely has like some Doom-esque King Ghidorah type vibe beats, in my opinion. They're very like whimsical and almost like outer spacey feeling to me, like superhero. And I also want to say really quick, I love the album cover of this record. Oh, I have it on vinyl. Should I bring it out?
Oh, wait. Yeah, you might have to, actually.
Hold the pad. Hold my pad right quick. Okay. Anywho, I love the album cover for this project, as you can see. It is right behind me. The video can see that. So, yeah, there's the album. I have it on vinyl. I love it. Super fun colors. I love when the album cover matches the vibes of the album. That's all I'm trying to say. So,
yeah. I love Doom's covers. Say that.
Doom has some really solid covers. So, anyways, I think we might just want to get into it.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear this. I've waited years for this moment.
We'll do the first one is a somewhat of an intro track, or it has a skit at the beginning and then it gets into rapping. It's called The King and I. And they're joined by Run DMC on this one, actually. Daryl McDaniels.
It's the one half of
yeah,
it.
Right? It's not the full group.
I forgot it's
I love the beginning rap of this. I always just rap this beginning for fun because it's just like, I don't know, funny.
Let's do it.
Anyways, it's a great intro track, and yeah, you'll definitely hear some like influence of like Doom's like, use of characters and like funny clips and stuff in it. So let's check it out.
Let's do it.
You've been working on music ever since I've known you. Shit.
That's the beginning?
Yes.
And it came to pass
that the gods, the superpowered beings, and the extraterrestrials
I take the mic from D, and that's the only way to set out such a star-studded LP. The bass hits, like bass hits, Americans get 'em.
DMC
and the place to be. Dell writes comics just like Stan Lee.
like Peter Parker, a living queen.
I wonder if Jim produced this part.
Definitely.
What an unexpected surprise. You want to roll this tape? I want to see that. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Right.
That was really cool. I like that a lot. I was not expecting the drums to just hit like that. That was really cool.
I just love like it's such a bouncy product. Like it's so
Yeah,
like playful
it's-
and fun.
yeah.
It feels like a comic book. You know what I mean?
It reminds me a lot of it's like Dan the Automator, his
Mhm.
style.
Yeah,
like, his
for
stuff with
sure.
like Handsome Boy Modeling School and Deltron. It's a lot of that. Like it just sounds like straight out of the '90s.
Yeah.
it's really cool. I guess also because DMC of Run DMC is
Yeah.
on there.
I love his verse where it's like DMC in the play. It's just so simple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it too because he does make comics. I was looking at Genius. He has like a comic publishing company.
That's insane. I didn't even know that. See,
Yeah,
comes full circle, Miles. Wow.
I love that a lot.
No,
Um,
I really love, and I love when it's like the break and it's like MF Doom and they're introducing MF Doom on the project as well because it's been like Czarface so far and they have like, and all the only like real part of Doom's voice you hear is him just like laughing like a super villain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like it's teasing the reveal of like the big bad.
The
which I
thing
love.
is, it's like this is more like Victor Vaughn on this song too because you hear like the first, it's like what have we got, Victor? Is like what someone
Yeah.
someone says.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why it's more like villainous. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because Victor Vaughn is like more of like one of the evil personas of Doom.
Would you say he's more evil than like MF Doom?
He's just more young and like mean.
Aggressive, yeah.
Yeah,
that makes
aggressive.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
King Ghidorah is like
He's just nonchalant.
King Ghidorah is a nonchalant boss. But yeah, I love the intro track. I love like the outro too. As you can hear, like this is what I mean by there's a lot of Doom influence on the tracks, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're not gonna get like I wouldn't say that you're gonna get on like a Czarface like regularly as much like heavy usage of like sampling like weird talking bits.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can
without
I can
Doom,
imagine.
he brings that vibe to it. But I think it's a really cool vibe, and I think it works really well with the production.
Yeah, it's interesting. It just sounds. It definitely. I mean, Czarface has always had that like comic book influence because all their covers
Right.
are supposed to look like comic books, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're definitely. It seems like they're definitely leaning into it a lot more with this one. Also, I haven't heard like any other full albums from Czarface before this, so I'm curious to see if they if this is just like a thing with Doom that they do because they're like you're the superhero guy.
Right.
But still, it's really cool. It's interesting. I assumed because I know 7L and Esoteric are like a duo, and then they collaborated with Inspector Deck, and that's
Right.
That's Czarface. But like, Inspector Deck wasn't even on this one.
Yeah.
Just Esoteric and
They're very
DMC.
loose with like who they feature on the songs. Like
yeah,
sometimes it'll just be like Deck going off on it. You know what I mean? Like you'll
Yeah.
hear like it's just like wait, this is just a solo song on the on the album. But nevertheless, I think it's cool. I think the way they collaborated on this is just like it's just like a lot more open almost. You know what I mean? So.
absolutely. Yeah, it feels just like a very like communal thing
Mm-hmm.
because they're featuring a ton of people.
I like that aspect though. It feels like a lot freer to me. Intro track, I mean, it's not anything special for me, but like but I think as far as intro tracks go, pretty solid. I'd give it a solid 7.5, 7.58 ish for me.
I give it a 7.5.
I like DMC's verse, like that's fun. It is a little all over the place though, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like they're just introducing like most of the characters in this
Sure.
one.
Yeah, absolutely. But seems like the intro to the intro, because it doesn't feel
Right.
like a full song.
That's why I said why it's like somewhat a skit, you know what I mean? More than
Yeah.
anything, because
Yeah.
Even though there is like some slight rapping, it's mostly just like a bunch of weird like chopped up like samples of like people talking and saying creepy stuff.
Yeah.
The next song is Zarwin's theory of people getting loose.
Usual suspects again. We couldn't find no dope.
Found no dope.
I mean, there's no fucking dope.
No fucking dope.
Yo, how they kill a body and still party like it wasn't them? Fire supplier dropping game like I'm Urban Meyer. The sire, leave your eyes wider than suburban shit and wait. The bottom line is your head on the plate, mate. I pull strings like I'm playing a
That's
hard.
good.
I really
I
live
love
it,
that.
you just playing a part. Make wigger, strictly business is the soldier. Steady knocking like a witness of Jehovah.
Damn.
Bring you look better, know better than racketeering, selling dope. Not obvious, present a risk like bending down and get the soap.
Damn.
Separates me from
God.
everybody else, you know, my man.
It's this freaking loaf of bread that my buddy Piero baked today. Holy shit.
Pockets are clear in the dark. The arteries are filled with bars, the beats, and every mark of beat is where they all unique. I'm David Harbour meets a Marley beat the way I get biz and
shit.
give them hell
Yeah.
away.
Fuck,
You
whoa.
in this down like how a Martian speaks ironic. How you sound like a salesman when you rock it. When in fact it's me that has zero interest in what you dropping or concocting, unlocking. Instead I types of jury boxing. I'm prominent. Yo, I heard your crew was popping shit, but now not so often.
Oh
I know,
shit,
yeah.
that's cool.
I know.
I kill the track, it's still intact, so why you playing possum? Like Diamondbacks and red lines, I thought you knew I'm
Awesome.
Dude, what'd you think?
That was ass, bro. I have to do that
always
at
got
least
this,
once.
bruh.
Sorry, I said
You're
it's
good,
loud
bro.
as fuck. I have to do that at least once every time you play an album for me. It's the quota. I really like that, man. That was really good.
I'm telling you, Esoteric went fucking off on this
Dude,
song.
I was like, I did not expect him to go in on like that.
He
but, like,
did, and the beat
holy
switch, like how, like,
Yeah,
because
that's
he just
clean
like he
as
did
hell.
like a super long verse, and then like halfway through the beat switch was so peak.
Yeah. Oh my god. Like
It's just like a '90s pop culture explosion on this record, and I just like love it. It's like even though I'm like literally like fucking 19, like
in 2025.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I'm in like 1994. Or
I know
something.
it's like it just like it's dated, but it's aged so well in a great way. I feel like, you know what I mean?
It's
Like
to
it's a product of like
yeah.
people from like rapping in the '90s.
Well, to me, it kind of sounds. It's like the Joey Badass thing, where it's like because it sounds like this very specific era, and like it's not replicating, but it's like influenced by the sound.
Right.
It works. Like I get a lot of like, I'm getting a lot of like Handsome Boy Modeling School vibes. I don't know if you know that album.
No.
It's Dan the Automator and Prince Paul. So Prince Paul's worked with like a ton with like De La Soul, and Dan the
yeah.
Automator worked with
Right.
Deltron.
Deltron.
Yeah. And it's like that chaotic, like kind of minimalistic sort of, but still like very grandiose.
The drums were
style.
grooving on this.
I
Though,
know.
Yeah.
The drums are crazy. And it's like I only get like that Dan or Del or Prince Paul sound from them. And the
Right.
fact that like I'm hearing it right now though, like
With Doom and fucking
yeah.
Inspect
Inspect
the Deck.
like holy shit.
yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It's just like a match made in heaven. I feel like it's just so nice to hear like a Wu-Tang member rapping on like beats like this.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And like not rapping. Like I love Wu-Tang, but it's like you can't listen to like Wu-Tang Clan all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because then you're like kind of.
But you could listen to this whenever. If you're just like trolling and having fun, or if you're like trying to get like artistic and creative, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like it's just such a versatile. Okay, maybe you don't listen to this when you're sad, but like still, like I don't know, you could. It's super versatile. You
Put it
know,
on a lot of times and it would work.
got a lot of play possibilities. This one for me, 8.5, solid 8.5 for me. I love the beat switch, especially that. Doo-doo. Like it sounds like straight out of like a Scooby Doo episode.
Yeah, it's like
like
a phone sound effect or something.
I don't
even
know, but
It's
I
crazy.
love it.
Yeah.
And Esoteric's verse was killer, and also awesome to hear Doom's verse. He killed it too.
Yeah, I would give it an 8 just because I wish Doom's verse was a little longer.
longer, yeah.
His verse was very short, and I'm hoping that's not a thing
Buddy.
for most of this album. It's gonna be like short as hell verses.
There's
isn't it?
like I think there might be 2 songs where like Doom has the majority of like vocal space. But
Okay.
besides that, his verses are very short and sweet or not there at all.
Oh my god, this is gonna suck. No, I'm just kidding.
I
No,
know,
this
I
is-
know. You always wish you could hear more Doom because like
The
rest
thing-
in peace.
That's the thing with Doom. I'm gonna say this now because I don't know if I'll ever get to say this again. But it's like the dude like doesn't like to rap. Like I'm gonna be so for real. Like you think about food. like there were just like 5 instrumental songs, and then like Guinness's, he's not even on it. Like, I get you want to flex your production skills, but like, dude, out of the 15 songs in Food, 10 of them feature him rapping, and Beef Rap is like a 30-hour like skit in the beginning, and it's like Mad Villain. There's like 3 like instrumentals, and then like is just is like Stacey Epps just like singing. I'm like, I want to hear you rap, bro. Like, you're a talented rapper. I don't want to have to like search for all like the millions of features you did on some.
That's why you love Victor Vaughn so much.
Yeah, I mean that's why. Yeah, like even then, it's like when he does rap, it's insanely good.
Yeah,
and like you gotta like savor that. So I get the point, but it's like still, that's always like my number one gripe with Doom.
I hear you, man.
But either way, it's just cool to hear him rap, especially because I haven't really heard a lot of like later era Doom like music.
He sounds like a lot like sleepier. I don't, if that makes sense. Like in his late, he sounds older. Like he sounds aged for sure. Yeah. It's rough when you hear in the verse and he's like, "Chicken dinner, step to task, toes pressing on your throat, wondering is this the end? Good question, given hope."
Damn,
it's like that didn't age well.
Yeah,
it's okay though. We love you, Doom. I love how we're just gonna glaze Doom the whole time.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who else is on this? I don't. Who cares?
So, the next song is called Mando Calrissian. Yeah. More Star Wars references for all the Star Wars fans out there. Another reason I like this album is just like Star Wars references. I love the Utini in the last song. That was so fun.
I'm gonna wait for that one. I'm gonna surprise me with that.
You'll appreciate this. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. This is like the first song I heard off this album, and I absolutely loved it.
Wow.
It's just great. It's aged wonderfully.
All right. Let's get into it. Mando Calrissian.
Previously on ZARFACE.
Yeah, man. Like, I ordered 2 tacos, man. They gave me 3, bitch.
Let's see how he likes this dose of super.
When the ribs touching, you can get your crib rusting. The kid frontin' like he did
it's like
something.
real spacey.
Rig crushing. The clean got the pigs lustin'. It's
Natural element, rational, irrelevant. What he lacked in sentiment was stashed in the tenement. It sounds brash, so eminent you can hear death.
Yeah, used to go Rambo.
Now I don't start a fight. Freeze him as Arbonite.
Even when the man's no commando. So swear on my name like Shih Tzus. Flip truth like Cliff Booth when he whipped Bruce.
Face.
Here, on the computer.
MF Doom. Here comes Vader. Slice it with the saber.
To the White House and put Jimmy Carter in a headlock with that mask on.
What?
He would go into the bank and cash his check with that mask on.
Nice.
So that was Mando Calrissian.
That might be my favorite song so far.
It's
I really like that.
solid. The production is phenomenal on it.
Yeah. Okay. I want to say 2 things. Zarbonite, Mando.
I know.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's some good like classic like Star Wars shit.
Yeah.
Also, Flip Truth, like Cliff Booth when he whipped Bruce. That just sounds fire.
I know.
And also the movie, you know that movie, right? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood by Quentin Tarantino.
No, I've never seen it.
One of the main characters is named Cliff Booth. He's played by Brad Pitt. And there was a scene where he like fights Bruce Lee, and like I don't know why, I can't remember exactly why they fight, but like he like throws him Cliff Booth throws Bruce Lee into like the side of a car.
Oh dang!
And it's like a really good scene. There's like some controversy with it because people didn't like how they characterized Bruce Lee, apparently.
Dang.
But that's still a good reference, and also that just sounds very satisfying to say.
Yeah.
Cliff Truth, like Cliff Booth when he whipped Bruce.
It sounds like a freaking like Doom bar on it. Like
yeah,
it's like I feel like I feel like it's more Doom led because the outro just has like a bunch of like mask skits and stuff, and Doom's verse was like one of the longer ones. It's
funny because I like the fact that all the verses are pretty short, so it doesn't feel like someone's putting in less effort than the others.
Exactly. It's like short. It's short and sweet, so everyone comes and brings their A game, and like you know what I mean. Like
it feels.
If you're gonna go longer, you have to go off is the thing, and so like it makes it worth it. Like there's no yap rap. There's not a wasted second.
Absolutely
I feel like
it feels like a cipher. It feels like like a.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's like an ARG involved with this or something. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
That'd be interesting. I don't. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely. It's pretty like straightforward sounding so far.
Right.
But there's still like a lot you can get from it, which I really like.
Nah, I'd say it's like I don't know. It's just like it meets all the expectations. You know what I mean? It's like super satisfying to listen to.
It is.
You know, you're not really surprised that much. There's like some surprise parts, but you're not really like shocked a lot of the record, but you're not disappointed at all ever.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
This one, I love the production. All the bars are great. The skits are great. So I give it a solid 9. I love this song. I throw this on whenever I want. It's like such a vibe. I love to chill to it.
I would give it an 8. I did really enjoy it. Again, maybe if everyone's verses were a teensy bit longer, because I just like that long rap. Like, I just want to hear Doom rap. Like, he just has not.
I told you, bro, you're gonna be disappointed, buddy.
It's still cool. It's still cool, but I'm like,
gonna be real disappointed.
I mean, they have another collab album, right?
Yeah.
And Doom.
Yeah, this is their second collab album. So
this one's like really short. I feel like the other one's like pretty decently.
Yeah,
longer.
the other one is a little longer for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe we have to check that one out next, Miles. The next song, called Doom Unto Others. The thing is, there's a lot of samples that are like Doom takes over, but you can't tell it's Doom really that much. You know what I mean? Let's check it out.
Let's hear it.
Victor, any ideas?
Doom. What do you think of them? They're mostly on dog mode, molded in pork blow, foretold. Feed them a whole
ominous.
load. More get the lock squat, shit was a fraud clothes. Villain. More racks and triple X pornos. One fall to the crack and coming back to get all those.
D-O-P-E, and I'm gonna show you how. D-O-P-E.
You do.
And he's hammer Kemp. Dues paid, no debt left, shop to shrimp. I'm a pacer, mind eraser, money chaser, 7L track lacer. Don't even know your words going heard like the TMP and the Grigio. I gotta cut you short like the 2020 season, bro. Just put them together, real or fake, we'll see how deep it is. How Gigi Hadid it is. How do lead the league in this now. I got the key to this culture like a deflation. Don't stop. Doom, you don't stop. 1, 2 in the place, you don't stop.
Super what?
Every hero needs an action
I was
figure.
like, okay.
Super what? Super 7.
No shot. This is real.
Be sure to grab the brand new CZARFACE Reaction Retro figure available at super7.com.
No way they just dropped an ad in the song.
Of course they dropped an ad mid-song. It's so tough. What are you talking about?
That's pretty.
Did you get the Super 7 CZARFACE figure, Miles, or?
I'm gonna look. I'm looking right now to see if that's still available. There's no way. CZARFACE.
Yeah, it's probably not.
I wouldn't be.
That shit's
surprised.
probably like $500 now.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it on like Depop. Fuck. It's not. Oh wait.
Wait.
Yo
Hold
yo yo
on.
yo 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 yo. Hey yo, what? What?
Yo.
Oh, they're like mystery bags though. I want like the actual.
Look, there it is. All right, that's a Halloween one.
No, that's an action figure.
Hero needs an action figure. And when it's
Oh, it's the
CZARFACE,
archive
it
figure.
has
No.
to be super. Super what? Super 7.
I want the first one.
Be sure to grab the brand new CZARFACE Reaction Retro
pop it
figure
up.
available at super7.com.
Boom, 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 bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, I really like this song.
Yeah,
This
the
is real.
beat is definitely different. Like they switched it up, you know, a little grimier.
Yeah,
for sure.
it was like I really like how it was very ominous sounding. It was like whoa, like that was cool. That was really that was a good switch up.
Yeah, they still did. You know, they still did it right. Doom's verse was longer. That make you happy?
Was it longer?
Yeah, it was longer than before.
Are you sure it was the same number of lines?
Let's count. You count Doom's and I'll count Esoteric's. 16.
16.
Oh,
Okay.
No, but
Okay.
I like this song.
Yeah, it's cool.
I will say because it's named Doom Unto Others, and it's like it's not really Doom focused. Again, it's just like sharing it,
Yeah.
but it's whatever. And they plugged the action figure at the end, which is like fun, but it's just like, bro, this ain't about Doom. You know what I mean?
It's funny. It reminds me of that Soulja Boy song. where he's
Yeah.
like, follow me on twitter.com @Soulja Boy.
And then he just keeps on rapping.
Yeah. It's like, let me take a brief intermission. Tell you to follow me on twitter.com.
Only Soulja Boy could plug his Twitter mid-song and get away with it.
Yeah.
This is like definitely like not one of my favorite songs out of the whole project. I just like, even though like I'm just not a fan of the production. Like it's like cool, but it's just like I prefer the other style
That's fair.
that we've had so far.
I like the switch up. I think I feel like it makes sense that there's like a darker song because they're both like supervillains or whatever.
Yeah, there's like another darker song on this that I like better, that I think just does it better.
Okay.
It's more eerie though, I guess I would
Okay.
say, but still.
Interesting.
I'd give this one like 7, 6.5, 7.
I give it a 7.5. I like the production.
Okay,
Doom and
Miles.
Esoteric's verses were very good.
Yeah, their verses were really soft.
I do want to buy an action figure now.
Me too, dude. They look so cool.
I will say though, something that's kind of immediately noticeable to me is how many skits there are.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of skits.
You cut out the skits of these songs, they're probably like 30 seconds shorter. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Like, most of this album to me, like a decent amount seems to have like real estate taken up by skits.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they're not that long. They are always like at the beginning or like middle of a song or,
Yeah.
end of a song. So it's not that.
I know you're not like a huge fan of like crazy skits. Like we know from the Mouse and the Mask that you don't. He doesn't really like. Well, he likes the rapping, but he just does. You hate the skits. The skits ruins the album for you almost.
I wouldn't say they ruin it, but they definitely tamper my enjoyment
Yeah.
because they're really long and not funny to me. Sorry.
That's
Sorry to
fair.
all the
That's
Adult
fair.
Swim fans. That's just not my style.
Yeah. Yeah, solid song overall though. It's just like there are better ones for me on this album.
Sure.
Next one is called Jason and the Zargonauts. So we'll check that out.
Featuring Del the Funky Homo Sapien.
Yeah.
What?
I was gonna wait for
Loki sounds like Del right now.
Yeah. Dak changes his like flow and like sound.
I like
Don't mistake me for the next guy. You feel me, young, and watch a vet ride. And consider yourself highly privileged to eyewitness.
I'm hard to kill, so guard your grill until it's over with. Czarface and Doom and Pro Mass before Corona hit. Legacy solidified.
Nice.
Nice. You moving them bricks with killers and goons in your clique, but I saw you grooving in Lululemon and Zumba with chicks, and that's okay. Tell me you locked in with this.
I heard Essa was a czar. I heard Deck was a czar. I heard Doom was a.
Snatch the bag like the Grinch. Daggers a cinch. Snag total sipping a Snapple. Fish taco. Casablanca, Morocco.
The Doom bar.
Similar to the National Bank. Vato, got dough. Probably
Diesel, the first to show who depended on crutches, pushed down the ramp that descended. Point at the west, commencing with the skull leader, holding a mass rally inside / mass suicide. Bludgeon right on the peak of a sudden spike, cuffing Mike's.
Homo sapien. Homo sapien. I'm in an impossible fantasy world.
This is definitely like a solid one. I love the the Funky Homo Sapien feature on this.
Yeah. Everyone crushed it.
Everyone crushed it on this one for sure.
I was waiting for like a posse cut like this.
Yeah.
Like, cause
You got it. And you got it, buddy.
Yeah, this is really good. I really like. I'm giving this a 8.5.
Oh, off the bat, 8.5. Yeah.
Really
I'd
like
match
this
your
one.
freak on that. 8.5 for me as well. This is what I mean by like I just like. Sorry, they have darker beats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like I just like this is like. It's darker while also not being distracting to the song almost. Like the last one just felt a little overpowering for me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I really like the Del the Funky Homo Sapien and his verse. Like the the second, third, fourth, and fifth line. He's like making a reference to Trump falling downstairs after giving a speech.
Wait, oh my God.
Yeah, and he blamed it on like the stairs not being mopped properly enough. And then he's like, the Funky Homo Sapien is like, nah, trust, like they were like clean, like trust, like he was there or something. I don't know. It's just funny to me.
Oh
Like
my
he's just like
God,
trolling Trump
bro.
and like saying he fell. I
That's
don't know.
such a Del thing.
I know. It's like
I love
what?
that.
I love it though. It's so random. And the Doom bar is also awesome. Like such a random like rhyme flow. Like what the hell?
He
is
just
even
goes
talking
into
about?
like talking about food and stuff. It's great.
Listening to his this verse reminded me of his song with Bad Bad Not Good, Chocolate Conquistadors. And I remembered when he had a whole Spanish verse on that song. And I was like, yeah, wait, like Doom's goated for that. Like I never appreciated like bro learned Spanish for that song, I guess. Like is what I'm assuming. Or he already knew Spanish, which is like either is equally crazy, I feel like.
It's like, well, you don't expect him to know Spanish. Like,
Right.
Because he's like a New York rapper.
Right. But it worked.
It's more impressive if they can like rhyme in Spanish and make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like hold on, I'm trying to think. I was thinking there's a Lupe Fiasco song called Drogas. It's from his album 2018, and he's just rapping in Spanish, and it sounds so good. And I'm like, of course, yeah, sure, I guess you can speak
It's
Spanish.
insane.
But yeah, when they get other languages, it's fun. Yeah, but everyone completely smashed it on this song. It's
Yeah, this is
crazy.
a fun like super squad track, just flexing up on everybody.
Yeah,
this is the end of the A side. Also,
I didn't even think there was an A side.
There's an A, well, like on the record.
Oh,
there's an A side and a B side.
I thought you meant there was like a story or something.
Nah, that there's not. I'll share my qualms with this record at the end, but there's like some minor issues I have with it. But overall, I love this project, and that song was great. Anything else you want to say about it, Miles, or should we move on to the next one?
Honestly, let's just get right into the next one.
The next one is Breaking the Action, which makes sense for this is the last song on the A side. This song is actually really phenomenal too. This one is also has like heavy doom verses on it. So be ready.
Let's do this.
Dudes so conniving, never stop driving. They pussy like I don't let them sit behind you when you driving. Might even think you talking. Dripping the color envy, more greener than Ireland. Surrounded by snakes, more meaner than the lion's den.
You're talking too much.
Can't remember why or when. Got you feeling
the rebel, a villain. The rebel is on. People saying it's all like ASMR, the cold crush.
We rock the Casbah, ES is back at him. Optimistic like I'm in Tom your span. You lost your mystique and leaked on 4chan for your 4 fans. Your Oregon, no Portland.
Frontin' like the girl, them sugar. Rude boy, the Macaulay inspector. Got him under pressure, no gas back with the force, y'all Bojack Horseman. All that talking, you know that cost him. High price to pay like you shopped at Nordstrom.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a pretty like standard song off this album. It's another one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, this is really good. Doom's verse was actually like insane.
This might be like Doom's best verse on the album, in my opinion.
Oh man,
it's really solid. I saw one of the coolest edits I've ever seen in my life of the Ninja Turtles like animated movie to this song. I just think it's like it was really cool.
That's fun.
And it matched the vibes perfectly.
Nice. I think Doom and Esoteric probably had the best verses. Like Esoteric, I love his verse just for all the references it made, like ASMR. Savage like Black Adam, kick it like Cobra Kai.
Wouldn't remotely care about you even if we was in a Zoom meeting. It's like your remote on Zoom.
Oh my god!
It's also, just like they're just trolling. It's so fun.
Also, Oregon, no Portland. That's fire. That's so good. Also,
dude, he was the first one to say like talking about farming Aura like way back in like 2021, guys. Just saying.
Also, the BoJack Horseman bar, I low-key kind of got a little distracted because he makes like a super dark reference. I've never seen BoJack Horseman, but like read the thing.
You'll find Painkiller's top drawer in the dresser. Back with the force, y'all. BoJack Horseman.
No, but like the annotation is like insane.
Oh. Deck references a dark moment from Netflix 2014 animated comedy drama series BoJack Horseman. At the end of season 3, episode 11, that's too much, man. Titular Horseman inadvertently kills his daughter figure Sarah Lynn by monologuing in the midst of her overdosing on heroin he gave her.
Like, what the fuck? I was reading that and I was like, oh my god, it's like a punchline. Like, that's insane.
In the same way that BoJack Horseman's yapping cost him a life, Deck threatens that talking tough to him will cost those who do their own life. He likens the high price of one's life to the items of American luxury fashion chain Nordstrom.
Holy shit. I'm sorry. I got so hung up on that because I was like,
what in the world? I didn't even realize that. That's actually because I've never seen BoJack.
I haven't seen it either.
That's messed up.
I just got it spoiled for me.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. We should have said that. Spoiler alert.
You know what? All our listeners are BoJack Horseman fans.
This one, 8.5 for me. I really like it. Super just
absolutely.
Cut plain and simple. Just good.
This is definitely tied for my favorite so far. I really like this one.
I really like the next 3 tracks.
Ooh.
Okay. Or I really like the rest of the album, honestly. Like they all hit really. But A Name to the Face this is a skit. This is the actual skit song, I believe.
Okay.
So
automatically a 0.
I really like this skit. It's actually one of my I unironically will listen to this.
Oh,
I like it. It's very chill. I like it. Okay.
All right. Let's hear it then. Hear this bit.
Who's this fucking Czarface?
Czarface? Doesn't make any sense.
Inspector Deck is a monster. You know, he's probably one of the first rappers to have comic book references.
Czarface.
So Czarface?
Czarface.
Czarface affrontera-t-il MF Doom de nouveau?
Why is there more friendship?
We're here with the gentlemen of
I
Czarface.
tell you, the other day I was wearing my Czarface shirt. My buddy comes up and he says, "Hey, what's CZARFACE?" CZARFACE.
There is a lot more producers are the czar keys instead of the bar keys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know the bar keys, right?
You know the bar keys, right?
I mean, yeah, it's an interlude, so like I'm wondering if we should
Do we even need to rate it?
It's cool.
It's
cute.
fun though. I like it. I like how they just like have everyone saying their name.
Yeah, and I like that no one knew Czarface, but like they also didn't need to like introduce Doom because everyone knows Doom already.
Yeah,
that's pretty clever. That's pretty fun.
And like when they like the first time they say Doom, the beat kind of turns a little evil. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's fun. I don't really have much to say. I don't want to rate an interlude.
Yeah, we won't.
It's unfair.
But it's definitely one of my more favorable interludes out of a lot of interludes out there.
Yeah, I like it. Let's just get right into the next one. What's this next one called?
This one's called "This Is Canon Now." This one's actually so fun. This might be my favorite track on the album.
Whoa,
this one is so fun.
Wow.
I honestly think they have the best comic book lines in this one, especially Esoteric's verse, the second verse. Just listen, guys. Just listen.
All right, let's hear it.
What's up? What's up?
Czarface. Body don't try to take me out. He should have gone for the dawn. That's a 5-finger discount for 6 stones. Listen. Who's your favorite superhero?
Batman. Why?
Well, cause I'll be out in Gotham, I'll be robbing him and mobbing anyone to get it. When I pay them a visit, Hugh Jack, get my plans bulletproof like Luke Cage skin. And I left Deathstroke alone, cause then he's a Fantastic Four. I didn't hurt him, I just took every copy of every movie they made and burned them. Hey, Kevin Feige, well, I got you, listen real quick. So I was crazy fast when I jacked Groot for weed. Punisher ran his 9, Silver Surfer ran his shine. And dare I say Daredevil, I robbed his ass blind.
Oh, shit.
It's like insane.
That's crazy.
Just like the
all the
insane amount of
references.
like I know it's literally just an Esoteric song, but the amount of comic book references, like you have to admit, like that's insanely skilled that he like pulled this off.
And it made it sound cool.
And it sounded so cool and it made sense and it's so funny and just like it's so tough. It's actually just tough. It's just cool. Like it is just cool.
Yeah. I feel like I really like this a lot. It's really interesting.
I give this a 9. Just like the production's not anything special, but the bars are just insane. Like I love it. Like I just give it a 9. I can listen to this anytime I want. Like it's just such a vibe. Like I just feel so cool.
I feel like I'll give it a 7.5.
Holy
I'm
cow.
Sorry. So okay.
What if I killed you?
Okay, here's my thing.
May God kill my children.
I wish Inspector Deck and Doom were on this song. Like, why would even have this on the album?
Because it's awesome.
Okay, are the other songs like solo Inspector Deck and Doom songs then? Because if not, that's kind of weird.
No.
That's really strange then. Why is
no? Because they just need to let Esoteric go off. Okay.
I guess, but like,
isn't the world a better place with this song in it? It's so fun, dude.
It is cool, yeah. But I'm saying like, it could have been better if like what's the point of? This is a collab album, and it's kind of strange that it's just an Esoteric song.
It's not like a strictly collab album. Like not every song's collab. It's more just like a group project.
Okay, yeah, but if I'm listening to a collab album between, I want to hear these dudes going back and forth. That's like the point of having two rappers.
That's what you've heard the whole album though. Sometimes you need to mix it up.
I guess it's just like, and it's not. I'm not saying like I don't like the song. It's really good. It's cool. It's just.
I just feel like it fits perfectly with the album.
I'd feel better.
Minus the fact of the other artists not being on it.
Okay, well then I'd feel better if like Doom and Inspector Deck had their own songs too throughout it.
Anyways, yeah, I really like this song.
I hate this song actually. Fuck you.
This next song is the one that's actually like the lyrics are just like chopped.
Why do I wear a mask?
Paranormal widow, zero care hero, tinfoil hat to the back of side, dinero, getting type of outpouring alkalies, overseas masquerades, high degrees, dirty deeds take place in foreign caves, more action than boring raves, won't trust.
Strange, my son is acting like he ain't himself. He's making neighbors' brains melt and hanging them with chains and belts. We found him in the woods, we thought we raised him well, but levitating like he was demonstrating a sacred spell. If I ain't seen the spaceship crash, that's where we came from hell. Super strength, bucking low, never unique. Yes, the mask is popping, blanket as a cape,
Oh,
no escape.
I know what this is referencing.
Human life's concerned, it's strange, you might learn.
I love the like Morse code beat.
I wonder if it's saying anything.
I always meant to look over it, but I don't know.
Very strange.
That was cool. I like that a lot. I see what you mean. Esoteric's verse is creepy as fuck.
Yeah. It's like based off
The movie Brightburn.
Yeah.
That's the last bit. I was like, the blanket as a cape and the mask is weird. Like, that's totally Brightburn.
Yeah.
He's talking about like evil Superman as a kid.
Evil Superman as a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
This song's like darker to me in my opinion, and like when the grimy beats, like this is just like creepy.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's still like good. Just like I remember one time I was listening to this album while I was in the Lego store, and it was like such a vibe. And then this song came on, I was like, what the hell? I was like, nah. Like this song before this was like so fun in the Lego store. It was like,
I like the song.
It's solid. It's good to have a Doom verse, right?
Absolutely.
Always like that.
Always.
So.
Can never have too many Doom verses.
Yeah, I give this a 7.5. I think like the wordplay is really good, and I like Esoteric's verse. It's like the beat's kind of basic. I'm curious what the Morse code is. If anyone in the comments lets us know, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the highlight for me was definitely Esoteric's verse, though, honestly, because it was just such a. He's literally just talking about Brightburn, but also the Genius description does say like he could be talking about like a young Doom, which is pretty interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Because the song, I guess you could say it is about Doom. I think I'm leaning to a 7.5.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5 as well.
It's really cool. It's interesting. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, it's cool. This next song is called Young World, and this is the closing track of the album, the last one.
This is it.
So this is like kind of like the only, I'd say, track where it's like they're kind of like stop like trolling and doing pop culture references and having fun, and they're trying to like send a message to the younger people of like our generation and stuff. Just like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Just get your act together, dial in.
Yeah.
I really like this song. It's cool. I don't believe there's a Doom verse, if I remember correctly, on this one, which you might bum out. Yeah, last track, no Doom verse, but it's okay. It's okay, Miles. You'll get through it.
We'll see.
It still has very good messages, and there's a great hook, so.
Well, let's hear it then. This does sound like it. It's funny. It sounds like it.
I see you growing up fast. Take your time. Slow down. Hey, young world. It's young world. It's your world. I heard you had another baby. No, you didn't, girl. And now you're hanging out way past curfew. And then thank mama for the help. Cause most single mothers raising kids by themselves. You need to get your own. And be a young lady. Stop your whole life's ahead of you. School comes first. Believe you're a queen. Believe in your dream. Believe you'll perceive you'll achieve anything.
Materialism was taking over when I was the size of a baby Yoda. It took control of my mind, then I realized real kings don't need materials. You meet a girl, be polite, treat them right, be yourself and no one else. Then they might see the light. Focus on your goals, strengthen your mind state, cause there's no time with one thing. Be good to mom first, cause she's the main reason that you're walking on this earth. And you're the main reason that I'm speaking on this verse.
And that's super mid. That's it.
Holy cow.
No,
Holy rage bait. 9 out of 10 rage bait right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's an ending track. Definitely like a different vibe than the rest of it, but I like it still.
Yeah, it feels kind of ominous, but also still like hopeful. I think Esoteric. I'm gonna be honest. Esoteric had like consistently the best verses.
Oh, easily. Yeah, like, no, Esoteric.
This is definitely
was a demon on this.
Yeah,
on
it
this
was kind of
album.
going crazy.
No, he did really good.
Yeah, I loved his verse. It's very sweet. He's obviously talking about like his kid.
Yeah,
which is adorable.
It's a really nice message to his kid, I think.
Yeah, and Inspector Dex just being like, kids, like you gotta lock in.
This connects to the album we listened to before this, Below the Heavens.
Yeah.
With The World Is Yours references.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
So this like the Hey Young World, it's your world. It's a reference to not only Nas's The World Is Yours, but Slick Rick's Hey Young World, 1989 single called Hey Young World, where they all actually got that like line from Scarface.
Wow.
Where he says the world is yours, and like that's like his mantra in the movie. So
oh my god,
kind of interesting, like the full circle. It's like so many rappers, the world is yours. It's like their vibes.
Scarface to Czarface.
Scarface to Czarface, dude.
We did the thing.
That's gonna be in the comment. Like that's gonna be in the description for this episode for sure. Yeah, solid ending track. Definitely not like anything to stand out. Yeah, I guess I'll just rate this really quick. You can rate it, and then I'll just give my overall thoughts on the record. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd give this a solid 8. I like it. I especially like Esoteric's verse.
Yeah, I think I give it an 8 too. It's really cool. I
like the
wish
production.
Wish there was more Doom, but the times that he was there, the production is crazy. The subject matter is hilarious and just so cool. It's so unique.
Right.
Really, really cool. I am glad that this album came out.
I'd say like one of the issues I have with this record more than anything is that it doesn't really it doesn't challenge any of the rappers at all to like, I don't know, do anything out of their comfort zone. Like this is a staple like Czarface and Doom project. You know what I mean? Like especially if you listen to their first album, very similar vibes. I'd say like this one's better than their first album. They kind of figured out like the dynamics of the group a lot more, I feel like, or like the collab, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. None of them were challenged to like do anything different. Like this is no like, you know, this is no Mad Villain album. You know what I mean? It's not like anything crazy. Like this is what you expect and this is what you're getting from an MF Doom Czarface collab album.
Sure.
And that's just kind of, I guess, like the issue that I have with it is like, if I'm not consistently seeking this out when I'm listening to music, it's often going to be forgotten. You know what I mean? Like if I'm not adding it to playlists, I'm not going to remember to add it to playlists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like, oh, remember that project. Like, and it's like, I love it. Like I love it. And every time I listen to it, I have a great time and I'm like, this is great. But it's like, it doesn't stand out to me, especially compared to the rest of Doom's catalog. And especially like, I don't know, compared to like even Inspecta Deck's like work. I would say like 7L and Esoteric, I don't really know enough about them. But I'd say like both of those artists, like they've done crazier stuff than this, right? That's been cooler. And like this is cool. I think the reason I like this album though is that, you know, it's satisfying to listen to. You know what you're going to get when you listen to it and you're not disappointed and it's super just like chill. You know what I mean? And it's got great replayability. The production's great. The bars are great. The pop culture references are off the hook. I love that. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't challenge any of the artists, and that's always just kind of like, you know, that's what makes this like an album. Like that's what makes the difference between like a 9 and an 8 album, or you know what I mean, or like a 10 and a 9 album.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'd give this album overall an 8.5. I still think it's phenomenal. I think the production's great. I think it's such a great super group of artists, and like the perfect collab for like the topics they're rapping about. The vibes I think are brought, and the vibes are immaculate. But yeah, I don't know. That's all I have. That's the only issue I have with it. Otherwise, I think it's phenomenal.
Well, obviously, already know what my issue is that I've never heard anyone say, and I've never thought this, that there's too much Doom on something. Every single time, it's always there's not enough Doom on this. Like even his solo albums.
This guy doesn't like to rap.
I'm like, you're such a talented rapper. Like you need to be like barring out like every song, bro. Like I don't care. I'm sorry. I know you want to like put on for like underground artists, but I came to this album for you. Like I came to hear you spit because you're a talented rapper, and yet you're putting all these people on your albums and you're not even rapping. Like it's all that to say, this album I think would be better if Doom's verses were either longer or just everyone was on. Like personally, this album would probably be bumped up like a full point if like Inspecta Deck, Esoteric, and Doom were on every song together. I'm gonna be real, because that's what I came to listen to is these three guys doing their thing, and sometimes I didn't get that, and that's kind of weird to me. But I guess it's their choice. Doom, famously, I feel like he either like goes absolutely insane on features or he just has like nothing
Super
to say.
chill.
Yeah.
He was pretty much chill for the most part on this one. There's a couple ones where he kind of goes off, but it's like,
yeah, I'd probably
mostly
say
kept it in the bag.
I'd probably say Breaking the Action was probably the best verse he had easily.
Breaking the Action's so solid. I love it.
Yeah, that's a really good one, and it's because of Doom.
The thing is, I don't listen to this album for Doom. I listen to this album for the collab.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
And it's like it's not more of like the collab in the sense of like, oh, we're gonna have a verse from, you know, Inspecta Deck, a verse from Esoteric, and a verse from Doom on this like song. It's more like the vibes they bring, right?
Yeah.
And the energy they're gonna bring in the studio or like virtually, you know. And like with Doom, there it just affects the types of beats that are chosen, and there's just a standard set, and that's why I like Doom on this more than anything. Is like it curated more of like a pop culture like superhero vibe that Czarface otherwise like they don't like. they just really committed to the bit on this one, and that's why I like it a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. I think.
I mean, obviously, I'd love more Doom. I'd always be happy with more Doom, but
Sure.
I wasn't surprised when I listened to this and I was like, didn't hear that much Doom.
Yeah, I guess that also can make it just more special. Like I always hear people say like, Darth Vader is only like has like 15 minutes of screen time in Empire Strikes Back or something. He's basically all that to say like he's not there, but like every time he is there, you're like, oh my god, Darth Vader
dialed,
is here.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of that effect with Doom, because like it makes his appearances more special, because you know he's here. Like when he is here, he's really here, and you pay attention to that. So I can see if that's what they were going for. I don't know if I agree with that philosophy in an album compared to a movie, but still, it's still a cool. It's still cool that this even
project. It's a really cool project.
Yeah. Overall, I really very solid.
What's your rating on this one, boss man?
I'd give it an 8. I really do like it a lot.
That's higher than I thought you would do. So let's go.
It's a solid vibe.
It's a W for Eli, guys. This is a W on the Good Music Podcast for Eli.
Eli 1, Miles 0.
No, we're even. Thank you guys for listening. We hope you enjoyed. Yeah. We hope you enjoyed my Doom tea. And we'll see you guys in the next one every Friday on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Bye.
Bye.